Last one. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's see how you did. Oops, backspace 1, there we go. Move that out of the way. Here we go. What's the coefficient of x to the 7th of this expansion? Remember, I have an 8CR. I don't really know what R is until I go, hey, I need it to be x to the 7th. So 8 minus what gives me x to the 7th? R has to be 1. So then once I figure out that R is 1, I plug it into this formula. And don't forget there's a negative y that's in the parentheses. That's going to change this coefficient to a negative 8. It's multiplying all that to get to negative 8. The only other type of question that I'm going to ask you besides coefficients, remember I put that in bold, if anybody gives me the x or the y when I ask for coefficients, I will mark you wrong on your quiz, just to let you know. Because on your quiz, if I say coefficient but you put this, you're telling me I don't know what a coefficient is, Mr. Paramo. Well, a coefficient is the number in front. Keep that in mind. I can also ask you a question like this. Which term number contains x to the 7th in this expansion? So that's different than what I asked before. I didn't ask for the coefficient. I was saying what term number. And remember what R is. R is not the term number. R is the term number minus 1. So let's do this problem real quick. Let's say I asked you what the term number was. And I had x plus y to the 18. I'm going to do 18CR, x 18 minus r, y r. And I know that r is going to need to be what number to get x to the 7th? R is going to need to be what? 11. I like that. Those of you who said 11. Perfect. Is r the term number? No. R is what? No, R is defined in your notes as the term take away 1. So if R is the term take away 1, what does the term number have to be? 12. Those of you who said 12, wonderful. You are exactly right. You can even put R equals term minus 1. And you can figure out mathematically that this is 12. It's a free piece of cake. So I have one more example like that. The only other thing in your homework says sometimes switches it up and they use a y to the 11th. Well, guess what? That's different than what you did before. Why is it different? Because in y to the 11th, we're no longer talking about the x. Now we have the y. Let's do our formula again and look at x is the first thing and y is the second thing in Cranber. So if I have y to the 11th, then you are correct. You are correct. If I have y to the 11th, that means r is equal to what number? R is equal to 11, which means the term number, term minus 1, r is the term minus 1, so we just add 1 to the other r to get that it's the 12th term. That concludes our notes for today. Your homework is 11.3 worksheet and 11.2. Odds on both. You have the rest of the period to work on your homework. Be good for the substitute teacher. Thank you.